back with me now. Ted Cruz's campaign chairman in New Jersey, Steve Lonegan, Donald Trump supporter Carl Higbee, former Navy SEAL, editor of the Weekly Standard, Bill Kristol, and John Avlon, editor-in-chief of the Daily Beast. Donald Trump and Ted Cruz have both been calling for a two-man race. You heard them at the top of the program, Bill. Is it a two-man race at this point? I mean, it doesn't seem like it when he lays out the math like this. You might not have one for quite some time.
Yeah, no, you may not. I think John Kasich will do well in Michigan tomorrow, which is proportional, and that will help him in Ohio. He may do well in parts of Illinois, which also is a complicated mixture of a beauty contest and direct election of delegates, but he can win some delegates.
Michigan and Ohio are always at odds sports-wise. I think that does affect him in Michigan.
Okay, you're probably right. No, so I think Kasich could get votes. And look, they should stay in and fight their fight. Rubio will fight in Florida. Cruz could do well tomorrow in Mississippi and Idaho. So Trump is clearly plateaued. He's lost some momentum. He's losing the same-day vote in states that he got a lot of early votes. On the other hand, Trump is the front runner. So, he's the front runner. He's getting 44% of the delegates, just to add to what Tom was saying there, so far. 44%, that's close to 50. On the end, if you start to drift down, you're below 40, suddenly you don't have a presumptive claim to the nomination if you go in with 39% and Cruz has 35, let's say, and Kasich has 15. So it's a really open, the game is still on.
So when you talk about this issue of momentum, let's talk about Michigan, right? And I know you both see this very differently. Michigan polls, Donald Trump is ahead, okay? Yes. So that's good for you. Yep. But when you look at people polled on Thursday and Friday of last week in this poll, in the Monmouth poll, it was a huge margin, 39% for Trump. 22 for Cruz. Kasich in
he
third.
was also up in Louisiana, up in Kansas.
Hold on, Steve. Hold on, because I'm not done my point. I think you might like where it ends. Saturday and Sunday they polled, and Donald Trump dropped to 32%. Now, Ted Cruz sort of stayed where he was, but John Kasich surged. Right. So it seems as if Donald Trump cannot count on anything.
Well, I don't think he can count on it, but he has a significant momentum. He's way up ahead. Even if he slips just a little bit more, he's still in the win.
Donald Trump has been losing. I mean, Ted Cruz on Super Tuesday took Texas, Oklahoma, and Alaska, had a terrific debate performance, crushed Trump in the debate performance, goes into CPAC. Trump runs away from CPAC in total fear, and Cruz takes CPAC in a big way. Then Trump goes into Maine, where he's supposed to win with the very popular governor's endorsement, gets killed. He didn't just lose, he got crushed. Goes into Kansas, very popular endorsement of the senators, gets crushed again. And if you look at Louisiana, Ted Cruz beat Donald Trump on Election Day in Louisiana. Now, yesterday, we all thought that Donald Trump was going to win the Hispanic vote big time. Remember, Hispanics love him. He got crushed in Puerto Rico. This guy's been losing. Obviously, Donald Trump's tired of winning.
Yeah, I don't think he's tired of winning.
That was a diatribe well delivered.
I want Steve to be the father-in-law. He's channeling my contract negotiations next time.
Let's be real here. The big difference, all spin aside, from the two campaigns right now, is that Donald Trump has been winning open primaries, and Ted Cruz has been winning closed caucuses. That is a big difference in terms of total voter turnout.
Open primaries, meaning independents can come in and vote.
Exactly
right.
And so you have a higher turnout in general, generally more representative turnout. And that also accounts for some of the blue-collar, working-class Democrats who are crossing over in states that don't have voter registration. So that's the big test. You got to find out, can Cruz win an open primary?
Let me put that question to you. Can he win an open primary?
Look at Louisiana. Louisiana's a primary, and he won. But we won on Election Day, and that's the story you need to
won late deciders, but you lost the overall state.
Here's the story, guys. Kentucky. We didn't spend a penny in Kentucky. We didn't send anybody in Kentucky. We came one delegate behind Trump without doing anything.
That's impressive.
Trump's losing all his momentum. If we had spent money in Kentucky, we would have won that
more
state.
money than Trump has. But let's look at this real quick. The fact of the matter is, Trump's ability to turn out previous non-voters is unprecedented right now, and that's the thing. A lot of these polls are based on people who have voted in the past. That's target them. Is they call up and they find the data of who has voted in the past. A lot of Trump's voters have never voted before, and they were never interested. So that's what Trump's strength is.
I would say that in Maine and Kansas, people came out to stop Donald Trump, not to support him. That's
whether there is an anti-Trump turnout as well as a pro-Trump turnout. But just to be... Trump has won more states than anyone else, and he's ahead in delegates. But he does seem to have sort of plateaued in some of the polls, and it seems like the debate hurt him on Thursday night. I really do think it did.
And it's going to get worse.
See what happened in his earlier vote compared to the later vote in Louisiana. It could get worse. He could have a comeback. He's a very able candidate. Not my favorite, but he's able. Ted Cruz is very able. Rubio could do well in Florida. And Kasich, I think, is very attractive to an awful lot of moderate Republicans and some independents.
Well, that surge in the
Midwest.
We'll see if that really does pan out. It's a fascinating thing to watch.
May I explain Donald Trump's problem in the debate stage? As that debate stage gets smaller. as the debate gets smaller and there's less people on the debate and Donald Trump has to talk more, Ted Cruz is going to deliver sound, substantial policy issues, and Donald Trump's going to stand there going, we're going to build a wall, we're going to be great again, we're going to build a wall, we're going to be great again. He can only say we're going to build a wall so many times before people are going to tune him out because he has nothing else to say. There's no substance, no backup.
You say all that, that is true, but the fact of the matter is he's still winning. He has the unprecedented voter turnout that we've never seen before in the history of the last
That's an illusion,
decades.
absolute illusion.
Well, it's an illusion,
Look,
but my guys are
most likely unlikely candidates who will be bad general election nominees.
Let's get back here tomorrow.
We'll let John Avlon have